Oh, and you got him. He's a monster too.
Look at the...
Today, me and the boss have come out. We've brought a couple of fishing rods. I've got 4 traps in already. We'll leave them for a good hour before we check them. We're going to see if we can jag some perch, maybe some yabbies on the line. It's getting a bit cold now, and that wind is really blowing today. So that's the bait I'm using, just a dirty big chunk of liver. We'll let the spangled perch have a chew on that for a while, and it'll track them around, and then we'll downsize the bait to a little tiny bait. Oh yeah, nice size yabbie. And I left me longer black net at home, so, and the banks are getting pretty muddy. Hopefully he's hungry. Yes, nice yabbie. And he's not letting go. Oh look, not a monster, but he's all right for a start. So we're going to do an impatient checks of the traps. This one here I haven't put out very far. I've only sort of put it 2.5, 3 meters off the bank, and Eileen's going to pull it in. Have a test, because they're not really going off on the lines just yet. Oh yeah, there's a few in there. That's not too bad. How many we got? Half a dozen? 5.
That's a massive one though.
Yeah, 5 nice ones.
I'm kidding.
I thought she was going to grab one then.
I was joking.
That's not too bad. Good start. And I think I might go a bit further this time. I'll go out
That's not
about 3.5 meters. So we're going down to check these traps. We'll just check that first one. Come past this line, and I'm pretty sure there was something just having a go at it. So we'll check it on the way past. Oh yeah, with a bend in the rod there.
That's the liver.
I mean, there is a big chunk of liver on there, but there's definitely something heavy as well. And these banks are really bloody soft at the moment. We haven't had any rain for a while. Oh, I was looking up there, not paying attention. He's a nice one. Beauty.
Wait. Oh, you scared me. Look what's coming up.
Another nice one.
Oh, that's big.
We got the boss pulling the traps today. Oh, for the first check anyway. Pull him up quick and high.
It's a bit heavy.
And you got a couple in there.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's not really a lot. It's not too bad for this time of year though.
Yeah, that's the clean one.
Oh, there's another 4.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Yeah, I will.
Another 4. That's not too bad. What are we up to? Be 11.
5. Huh? That was 5 over there. And you caught like...
I've caught 2.
Yeah, the shrimps are in there.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
We'll take them shrimps because I've been putting them in the fish tank with Nippy, and I think he's been feasting on them. So.
Am I casting this back?
Yeah.
How far?
Make sure you're not tangled in the line there. I can see you're all tangled up. Not too far.
Okay,
Yep, that's perfect.
I lost nothing.
I was going to say not too far because you'll lose the rope.
Hold me.
Go in. So we've got the boss going on the 3rd trap. Lift up as you go. There's a few in there again.
Get much with...
Definitely not massive hauls. Well, it has only been half an hour.
Look green.
It's just a little green yabby. So we'll let that little one go and we'll keep the big fella.
I'm casting this again.
Yeah, we'll let this little fella go. He's way too small. I've got plenty of bait at home. He's a nice solid yabby, that one. Make sure you're treading on the line this time, Eileen. Beautiful. And trap number 4.
You reckon there's many in
I hope there's some in there.
this? Probably.
Oh yeah, there's at least 1. 1, 2.
But there's shrimp though. In the tank.
And it's almost identical to the last trap, although they're slightly bigger. That one there is a bit bigger, and this one here is a fair bit bigger as well.
Where's the other shrimp? There was 2.
So I think the boss has actually got a yabbie on. There was something pulling on line. I don't know whether it might have been a fish, but there's a fair bend in the rod. Sort of tells me that it's probably a big yabbie. What do you reckon?
I don't know. It's too far though. How can I scoop it?
Just go lift straight up there. You should be fairly close. Your net's in a bit of a tangle there. Oh yeah. Oh! There was 2 monsters on there.
Yeah, let's put it back.
And she just sat the line back down there, and one of those big fellas had come back straight away. Oh, and you got him. He's a monster too.
Look at the burr.
Hey? And the burrs are back. There must be a heap of burrs just in the...
Look.
Oh, he's a monster. You beauty.
That's a... Oh, sorry.
Oh, nearly got me off the hook.
That's a massive one.
There was 2 of those on there.
Yeah.
Get your line back out and we'll have another go. I'm trying to shield you from the wind here, so hopefully it's not coming through too bad. Just bear with us if it is. She's lost the 2 monsters, threw a line back out and got the other one, got one of them straight away, and I'm pretty sure the other one's back on a line. And it's not the easiest place to be scooping from at the moment because black soil, it's really gluggy and muddy on the edge, and my long black scoop I left at home. Oh yeah, another monster. Look at the size of that fella. That is a bloody...
That was the one.
That's a nice one.
Oh my goodness.
That is a nice one.
Okay.
We're starting to get a feed together now. We'll have a good 15 in the bucket.
There's another one.
I reckon we want at least 20 for the pair of us today. And there's definitely something biting on my rod, but I don't know whether they might be fish. We might just...
Do you want me to...
You can see it there, look.
Do you want me to put one in?
Yeah, you can check it, Eileen. Hopefully it is fish. Just give you an idea how windy it is. Look at this poor old windmill is just getting flogged. And I'm just trying to find a bit of dead grass for these yabbies. And I'll tell you what, these sheep have just about got every bit of dead grass cleaned up around here. And the only dead grass that looks like it's available is full of this galvanized burr. And when you don't want to get them into your fingers when they're that dry, because they just snap off and you do not get it out. And although it looks like a fair bit of dead grass there, it's all full of the galvanized burr. I'll just go very carefully. Well, Eileen's bringing a rod up. We're going to take a lot of the bait off Eileen's and just put a little tiny bait and throw it out near my line, because my line seems to be getting smashed by the fish. Oh, what'd you get? It looked like something was pulling on it.
Yeah, but I scooped it too early.
Oh, that's all right. A lot of weight on there. Hopefully it's another monster. Oh yeah. You can feel him. Oh, what the hell?
I got a fish.
That's just one.
I got a bite.
Oh, you got a bite of a fish, have you? That's just one absolute bloody monster.
Oh my god. Oh, you scared me. I got a bite.
That's alright, you'll know when a fish grabs it. That's a nice one.
Massive.
That is a nice one.
Yeah. Yeah, there, look. Look.
Oh yeah, she's starting to get some bites of fish. Well, you got a fish or what, Eileen?
A yabbie.
A yabbie? Just pull him straight up.
Why?
Because he's only a little one anyway. I knew he was holding on fairly well. Because you were ripping my back like it was a fish bite and you're still holding on there. I knew he wouldn't let go. We'll go and put him up here a bit so he doesn't annoy us too much. So we're going for the second run of the traps now. I'm not expecting a whole lot. It's only been 15-20 minutes.
Snagged.
Pull it up quick, hard.
It's snagged.
Oh no.
What is it?
Oh, we're snagged up. Oh yes.
There's another 5. No, 6.
6 good size yabbies.
Yeah.
That's good. So I've got another half a dozen out of that trap. We'll go along and check these traps, and I'm nearly thinking we may not go down. There's another dam a fair bit further down. I'm thinking we might go down there and have a go and see if it's a bit less windy. Oh, Eileen's a bit quick. I was dawdling along. What do we got there? There's no really big fellas in amongst that, is there?
No, there's just one.
4
Small,
smallish ones. We might let them go because I've got the esky there, and I'm pretty sure there's about 14 in the eskies.
Yeah.
Really good size fellas.
Yeah.
Another half a dozen here.
Keep going.
So we'll let most of them go unless we get... Oh no, he's not going. Look at the size of that fella.
That's a fish.
Oh, and she's got a spangled perch.
Oh,
That
this
is
is
an
fun.
absolute monster, that fella.
Is that bigger than what you caught earlier?
That'd be roughly about the
Oh,
same.
goodness.
Tip him out. Yeah, he's a monster.
Go out. There.
We'll get that spangled perch back. He's way too small. And our last trap. I'm quite happy with what we got now. Would have
Snagged again. That's
fair
fine.
few good sized yabbies. Oh, and she's collapsed the net on us. Another 3,
Yeah.
and they are
So
good
much
size.
in one
Oh,
too.
we'll keep 1. 2, they're not small yabbies, but we'll let them go.
Just
So what I'm going to do, they're not small yabbies in anyone's books. They're good sized yabbies for sure. And we've got another really good yabbie in there. So I reckon them 2 there can go back. This one here can go in the pot. They can go back in the water. And what I have noticed around the dam, there's quite a few started to burrow in. That there is actually a big yabbie burrow. I'm not going to stick my hand in there. There'd be probably a monster sitting in the bottom waiting to bite something. So we've made it down to this next dam. This dam here is a hell of a lot bigger. And it's been quite a few years since I've even tried to yabby here. I was coming to this dam, I don't know whether you remember a couple of videos ago, and I said there was drovers down here. This is the dam. And I was talking to the drover, and they were camped just up on the bank behind me, and they said daylight of in the morning there must be some huge fish in here, because he said all you could hear is these big swirls on top of the water. So I have no idea what they'd be. Probably carp. But I do know there's heaps of spangled perch in here, so we'll have a bit of a crack here with the lines for a while. I got Eileen just over here. She's only been there a couple of minutes and she's saying that she's getting bites already. Probably we might go over near her because we've got that big bank and the wind's coming from this way. It might be a bit more protected. And there's definitely yabbies here. I think we'll have to come back the next week or 2 before it gets too cold and set the traps here. I think we might set them of a morning and then run them of an afternoon and leave them overnight. And another thing that you get here, which I've just noticed, has got all this gravel all the way around. I think they've dug down into the layer of ancient riverbed which runs all through this area, and you get the gemstones out of the gravel. And I've just spotted one. It's going to be a bit hard to see in this light, and I'll just wet it and give you a look. There's not a lot of light showing through this fella. You sort of just be able to make out the edge there. But what it has got is some absolutely beautiful banding through it. Red vein through there. That one there would polish up nice, and it's a fairly big sort of a nodule. Like,
yeah.
Eileen finally got one. Way too small though. We're going to need them twice that size. So Eileen, we actually finally got a little spangly, but he's way too small. So we got our yabbies. I haven't actually even counted them yet. I think there's about 20 there. What I'm going to do, I've had them in rainwater, probably for a couple of hours. Rinsed it out, put fresh rainwater in there a couple of times. I'm going to give them a rinse off with a bit of tap water before they all escape. and I'm gonna boil them, peel them, and we'll come back. And we've got the boss out there doing a bit of gardening. What do you got growing out there?
You know what they are.
Hey?
You know what they are, just tell them.
I know what they are, just tell them. She's got some cauliflower growing there that she's watering. Some...
No, this one's cabbage.
Oh, cabbage is it?
Yeah.
Oh, she's got some cabbage there, some broccoli. I'm not too sure, strawberries I think, and some beans up the back. I've got my yabbies partially boiled, or blanched, whatever you want to call it, peeled, deveined, all cleaned up. First thing we're going to do, what are we going to do? Just add a bit of Knorr seasoning. Just a little bit. Mix it around. What I've got in this second bowl is just a bit of egg wash. So basically it's just a bit of egg, a bit of milk, nothing much to it. I'll give them a bit of a stir around in that Knorr seasoning, get them all coated. And she only just put a very little bit in there. And then we'll put all them into the egg wash. Give them a bit of a coat in the egg wash. And what I've got in this, I probably should have kept the packet out. I think I threw it in the bin. What I've got in this bowl is just some garlic crispy fry. I should have kept the packet out. You don't actually need to be putting it in egg wash with this crispy fry. It's made so you don't really sort of have to do the egg wash, but I just think the egg wash is going to coat it a lot better, make it stick a lot better. And what I'm going to do is put all them in the crispy fry and just give all them a good stir around in the crispy fry, and then obviously we'll just go and throw them in the hot oil and fry them up, which I won't show you that. We'll come back once they're all fried up. So we've got all our yabbies fried up, and what a magnificent job I've done. Lucky she put me under the job of frying them up because it's absolutely perfect. So what are we doing?
Huh? I'll just mix up the sauce.
We're mixing up some sauce.
Yeah. Okay, so
what do we got?
Pineapple juice.
Pineapple juice.
Yeah. So what did you reckon? 2 tablespoons or something?
So we've got about 2 tablespoons of pineapple juice.
I'm asking.
And what we're making today is some sweet and sour sauce. Noel over there, he wanted some sweet and sour cod, but all we've got today is yabbies. We went out, we were really hoping to get some decent sized spangled perch, but it didn't happen. We ended up with a heap of lobsters, and that's probably about 2/3 of them. There's another third that didn't actually make it to this plate. Not saying where they went.
You're basically just mixing stuff. So this
What do you got here?
That's ketchup.
That's banana ketchup. It's actually, here's a look.
Oh, don't show them.
Yeah, people wouldn't actually know. It's a tomato sauce, or what they call ketchup, which I call tomato sauce, but it's not. It's made out of bananas, and it doesn't actually taste anything like banana.
Sweet chili?
Sweet chili, about the same. What about a teaspoon?
I don't have particular like.
Yeah, we don't
brand
really.
or anything. You just use what's in there.
Basically, just made the taste.
Okay, you need to put soy sauce, just a little bit.
Of course, there's got to be a little bit of soy sauce. Can't cook anything without a bit of soy sauce.
Of course. Just a tiny bit. Yeah. There you go. And then you put a dash of vinegar. I think it's almost finished.
Dash of vinegar, how much is that?
Just a dash, just a tiny bit. This much. Right.
So probably 1/4 of a teaspoon of vinegar. And we've got about the same with sugar. So they're all fairly well equal parts, except for the vinegar and maybe a little less soy sauce.
And then a pinch of salt, just a tiny bit of salt. Yeah, others start with the onion, but I always start with the garlic. Cook it until it's brown.
I missed a little bit there. I actually turned the camera off to restart it because my fire was getting a bit big, and she dumped the onion in there. So we missed that little bit. So that garlic's gone fairly well, like a golden colour now.
Yeah, that's how I like it.
And she's put the onion in. So we've got the ginger going in there now. The onions probably, you know, been in there for 2 or 3 minutes.
Can you smell ginger?
Yeah, and it smells bloody nice.
And chuck your peppers.
Bell peppers. I should take this over and give you a look at Nippy. Nippy's over there behind us. He's actually got another nipper growing. He only had the one big nipper, now he's got 2. He's got a really big nipper and he's got a little one about that big now.
You put the sauce in. Can you hold up for me?
I tell you what, it bloody smells nice.
You turn down the fire a little bit for me. Just let it simmer.
Now we'll turn down the heat a bit. It wasn't on a great heat to start with. Probably medium, now it's on a low.
So you need to simmer it and then like cook the peppers and a little bit.
So we'll let that simmer for a few minutes.
And
So you can see his little nipper starting to grow there. He's actually got a prawn or a shrimp in there. I'll put a couple of them shrimp that we got today in there. And he's got them cleaned up already. There's a better angle of it. Little tiny nipper starting to grow. And that bloody spangled perch is still in there. That spangled perch is trying to get that bit of shrimp off him. But he's doing well in there. They're gonna get a bit of glare off the camera there, but I'll just give you a look. He sits there all day and he grabs all the gravel from this side and he piles it up over this side. And you can spread it back out and even it back out, and he'll do it again. He'll spread it, get all the gravel from this side and push it over this side. I don't know what he's thinking.
isn't it?
No, just a few. I'll tell you what, if you can smell that, that's been simmering for probably about 5 minutes on a really low heat.
Yeah.
And we've had it covered. And we're just going to put, that'll do. I don't want too much.
That's enough.
Just a little bit of pineapple in there. And she doesn't like pineapple, so she's only adding it in there for me, but I only just want just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. You can put your yabbies in.
And we've got our crispy yabbies here. Like I said, that's not all we got today. There's probably 2/3 of them, I guess.
Lower the heat for me.
Lower the heat again.
Yeah. You basically just want to mix the sauce and the yabbie. That's all.
And we'll give that a good mix up. So here we have the finished product. Almost looks like something out of a cookbook or a straight out of a restaurant by the look of it. Looks absolutely perfect. So we've got one on rice and we've got one just by itself. Have a look at that. I don't know whether the lighting's going to be very favourable for it, but looks absolutely delicious and smells bloody nice. If you could smell it. So we better sit down and have a proper taste test. And it's not too overpowering either. Some sweet and sour dishes that you get, especially Chinese restaurants and that, they just drown it in the sweet and sour sauce that, and you can taste it sort of comes out of a packet. Like the chicken tonight one and that. It's all got the same taste, but this is.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, when she was explaining how to do it, I was sort of a little bit iffy. I was sort of like, oh, that doesn't sound that nice, but tell you what, it's probably one of the better Filipino type dishes that I've had. I said you get that adobo on that, just nearly overpowering, but that is absolutely bloody delicious.
There's a bite, hey? There's a little bit of bite from the ginger and chili, sweet chili.
That is absolutely bloody lovely.
You're a good cook.
Yeah, I'll teach her how to cook one day. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you want to see some more, we'll catch you on the next one.